Yo, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great, man. It's going great. You ready to get your deck doctored?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
there's some stipulations on this, but yeah.
there's some stipulations. Okay. What are
The
our
main stipulation was
stipulations?
that this was built a couple of weeks ago, so new cards have been revealed. So,
Okay. Okay. So
but I
go
kind of
ahead.
like the idea that I've got here.
Right. So let's talk about the idea of deck doctors for anybody if this is their first video, right? The goal of these deck doctors is you're gonna give me an elevator pitch of how you want to play your deck, how you want it to work, and then we'll go through and make some changes together. At the end, it is still your deck, right? And so you get the final say of how you want it to look and feel and whatever. So with that said, hit me with this elevator pitch. What do you want to do with this super sweet Shinso deck?
So I played this a couple of times, and you know Bradley Townsley, right?
Yeah, big fan.
He says this deck is annoying. I played against him a couple of times with it.
Okay.
And so the idea behind it is all the attacks are mid, so I'm just going to name mid. But using so reason being is going off the idea that people want to try to keep high blocks or low blocks to block those attacks, so they're not expecting mid. I know plus ultra exists, but that's why we've got think fast. So if I see them throw a hot block out, I'll change my next attack to a high, but I'm still getting the +2 to the speed because it was a mid block or a mid attack
Yeah.
before I changed it.
Yeah. That's sweet. Okay. I'm very into that. Hit me with your attack lineup. What are you thinking there? Obviously we got playing a bit of kicks, right? We got
Yeah.
extend,
So it's the
rush. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the typical uh Ida the zero package.
Mhm.
Going with the extend because again, if I'll name mid. So if I play extend, it comes out straight up as a 6 speed.
Yeah.
And then my next attack, I can go into engine rush. And engine rush will come out even if I uh, reciproc extend at a +4 speed, +2 damage.
Yeah.
Tape shot comes out as a +2 speed, making it an immediately a 6 mid for 4 that I can switch to a high or a low and either get faster or more damage depending on what I want. Tape swing is tape swing.
Tape swing
Grasping
is
tape
tape swing.
sauce to throw, always a good thing. And then hardened pummel, that's my heavy hitter. Here's 10 damage. That's a 7 speed. It's now a low.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. The first thing that I see on our attack lineups, right? Like, first off, I think your attack lineup choices are really tight. They're very cool. I pretty much love everything that I'm seeing here, with the 3 throws and the pummel to get the job done. I'm not seeing any low block or high blocks. Or your high blocks are very low represented, right? You've only got 2 tape swings in here, but your low
Right.
blocks you've got 7. You got 7 low blocks. So we got to make sure that we make up for that inside of our foundation base, or we have to go find better mid attacks to go to block high,
Right.
because it's very spooky going into our air meta overlords with 11 high blocks in our deck. That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, tape is only going to get us there so far.
Right.
So onto the foundations. On the foundations, hit me with what you got going on here. What's your thought? What are your tactics and strategies when we're looking at your foundation lineup?
So, unexpected hero, I like because even if I've because of what happened with games that I played, my opponent has blocked all of my other attacks, and they have no cards in hand or no way to get cards. So I'll just flip it, give my own attack -3 speed. Here's extra 3 damage, and that was the damage needed to uh, kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the response commit, if they discard the card from Shinso's own response, then you're discarding a card and I'm netting a card.
Yeah.
Manly friendship, it's you've got multiple of those on board. That's let's say you've got 2. That's once per turn +2 damage to an attack, and once per turn -2 damage to one of their attacks. So that's damage mitigation as well as damage bonus. Uh, First impressions. Here's my Recipro extend. It's a speed 6. I'm going to give it +3 damage, so it's a 6 mid for 7. If you block it, my next attack gets +3 speed.
Right.
Of course, then Manly Passionate Guy. Harden for its response, Gotcha to go in with sudden tape shots, or Think Fast tapes, because I've used that to switch my tape swings back to mid.
Right. Yeah, this looks very cool. So I've gone ahead and I have grabbed a couple of attacks that have high blocks and mid attacks,
Okay.
right? Obviously, I don't think we had Jet Scream Crash whenever we were looking at the deck.
Right.
I think Jet Scream Crash is a very cool one, but it's very 5 difficulty. So it is a kick as well. So maybe it could instead be where your engine rush is, right?
Okay.
It
Yeah.
becomes after your reciprocal extend, it becomes super good, or maybe even it becomes like your sudden tape shot slot, right? This could be like a 3 of instead, but instead of sudden tape shot, it's now your Jet Stream Crash. And then the other one is just Hardened Jab. And a lot of people have been disparaging Hardened Jab as a card now that the big bad Kirishima is essentially gone. Now that Coordinated Effort is gone, Hardened Jab does not have a place. Honestly, this card is so good for rebuying back Calling for Backup, for rebuying back a Villain's Defeated, for rebuying back your Unexpected Heroes. Right, and these super rad flip costs that we have, First Impression, Manly Passionate Guy, Tape, just being able to rebuy this back is so good. And then on turn 2, on your prime turns, it's a fine poke. It's a 5 mid for 5 on a 4 diff that builds you a foundation.
Yeah.
What? that's so crazy good. Not to mention it's got a 1 high block for some god awful reason. And so like maybe even like taking Sudden Tape Shot out of the deck, right? And so we've got mid, low, man. What do you like better, Pummel or Grasping Tape Toss? If you could switch, take a Tape Swing, Tape Toss, Pummel, what would it be? If you had to kill one of these.
If I had to kill one, I would probably kill Pummel, even though I like it. It costs that momentum.
Yeah.
And I can use that momentum for, like if I'm keeping Engine Rush, I can keep it for Engine Rush to either give it more speed or more damage.
Right. Or Tape Swing. Tape Swing just gets big, huh?
Yeah, or Tape Swing just to continue changing his zones.
Yeah. And you prefer Grasping Tape Toss over Pummel just because it's guaranteed damage?
Yeah, it's a way for me to get damage in, get momentum going, and it comes out as a 4-speed, and I can go, hey, this is a 4-speed throw that if you don't block, I could commit something anyways.
Okay. What if we took and I'm gonna do this so I can see chat still. What if we took and we got rid of, I'm gonna put this in the sideboard so that we can still look at it. We got rid of these, right? We took this down to a 2 of, and we're gonna put you in at a 3 of. We're gonna put you in at a 4 of and see what happens. All right, 22 attacks. So my high blocks are now block zone. My high blocks are now Jab, Swing, Jet Crash. We get to take you down to a 3 of, and then where are we at now? 21? I mean, maybe we just put this down to a 3 of, huh? And then go back to our block zones. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high blocks here, and then 6 low blocks, and then 6 mids. If we wanted to cut 2 cards, I mean, we could just like put Jab up to the 4 of and drop all of our Jet Streams.
Right.
We could cut the 2 Tape Swings, but I don't think that's a great idea. Actually, I don't even think that's a bad idea. Let's talk about it, right? I have momentum outs inside of Crash, inside of Engine Rush, because Crash has powerful, right? And it starts out as a 6 mid for 5 with powerful 2. And then if this one's blocked, your next one gets +3 damage. If it's not blocked, your next one gets +2 speed. And so it being a 6 mid for 5 says that sometimes that it's like almost like a second copy of Reciprocal Extend. Almost. Right? Not quite, but almost a second copy. Reciprocal Extend doesn't get to kill people. This card definitely gets to kill people. So it can be your opener or your finisher. So if we cut Tape Swing, we'll put you in the sideboard just so we get to still look at you on the table. And then block zones. So we've got 6 highs. We've got 6 lows. We got 6 mids. Do you think 18 attacks inside of your deck is too few? Could we raise up, like, we could raise up a high and a low, or you would put Grasping Tape Toss up to a 4 of? If you really want that momentum?
If we were to do grasping tape toss up to a 4, what would be
Or
like cut?
even do a 3? 19 attacks in my 7-hander. It's 59 cards. That's really good. That's really, really good. Those are some quality numbers.
Yeah.
And so now this deck looks like all of these look like great pokes. This is a great poke. This is a great poke. This is not a great poke, but it's fine. Its job is to just be fast, right?
Mhm.
I guess it's a great poke if it's like an 8 high for 4. Nobody wants to block that. That sucks.
Yeah.
Even more. Like it's actually a 10 high in this deck if we have a think fast, because it gets a 1/1 for changing the zones. Damn.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at. As I know people aren't really on board with Shinso's response on your opponent's turn,
Yeah.
and so I was looking more kind of just to leverage his first form
Mm-hmm.
and attack zone.
Yeah. I think the big thing about his response is I think people just play it on their first attack, right? As opposed to like waiting 3 attacks in and then discarding. I think that might be the way to do it on
Yeah,
the response.
I had started using it on the first one, but then I was like, maybe if I hold this back and like let him go through 2 attacks, block him, and then on his second attack, activate it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is probably the better way to handle the way that it works. Yeah.
And then of course
I love this attack lineup.
there's all the new foundations that came out. Villains defeated. I would like to keep, because that's a good way to clear your combo out, heal yourself back up, type stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take a little peeksies at the foundations that exist. First impressions, I think the card's not very good. Going out to fight some villains, small and limber. We don't get to have cards leave. Obviously, we have Tiaki Fanatic that we should put in our deck somewhere. This card is one of those not fair ones. Reduces the damage of an attack. We don't care. This card is insane. We have to play this out of one of because of what our character says. Okay, so we got a bunch of new ones. So Unexpected Hero is cool. I think this card is really good, to the point of like if we could actually play 4 of it, I think we should. If we can find room for 4, because it says that like it itself is another copy of like draw 1 card when we use our ability, right? If we read that they are going to, like, after their second or third attack resolves, and we don't think they're going to play another move, and we just make them discard a card, we'll just draw 3, draw 2, and then we've got bonus extra cards to review and get rid of, right? I'll draw 2 foundations and be like, oh, those are 2 foundations I wasn't going to draw on my turn. I'll review one of them and then keep rocking.
Right.
Manly Friendship. I think this card's fantastic in this deck because of how much speed we're giving. So, like, giving your Grasping Tape Toss bonus speed, or giving your Reciprocal Extend bonus speed to force them to block the early ones, right? Or giving this a bunch of damage, right? So it then becomes like a 6 mid for 6, 6 mid for 5. And then possible change. After you use it, it becomes a perfect target to think fast and commit it to then change the zone to give another +1/+1.
Right.
Basically, this is like extra credit.
Yeah. And it also used it on defense. Like, I'll knock that attack down, so it's not even doing any damage. I don't have to block that one. I'll take 1.
Right. How do you feel about first impressions?
I like it. I felt like I can, in this, I can really make use out of it. Particularly because you're like, I'm going to give this first attack straight out of the gate +3 damage.
Right.
You're going to probably want to block this attack, but if you do, my next attack's that much faster.
Right. I guess in it also, like, you go ahead and it's +2/+3, right? Because this is so free in our deck. It's so free.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not terrible.
I might cut it. I might cut down to 2 instead of 3.
Okay, I'm into that. And then we can maybe raise an Unexpected Hero up.
Yeah.
Because this First Impression and Unexpected Hero do the same job, right? We just have the added bonus of Unexpected Hero doing something a little better. And this can only be used on the first attack. This can be used on any attack. If we get 4 of these out, and then like we find a Grasping Tape Toss, and we just give it +12 damage, what do they do? What do they do?
Try to block it.
Try to block it. Yeah, I guess that's the answer. 4-mana Pantheon guy. I love. What's our block zones look like on our foundations? Look at all these lows. 4, 3, 4, 4. I guess Gotcha and Think Fast combo together well, right? Like they good stuff.
Yeah, I mean that, and also Gotcha's just the 0 spam.
Huh. How? Now that we've increased Unexpected Hero up to a 4 of, I actually want to take First Impressions out and put in 2 Confused and then let it rock. I think you just need more high blocks, man. 15 high blocks, I just don't think is going to cut it. And bring this down to 20 and then 18, right? First Impressions. I guess it's at a 2 now, right? I'm going to put it in the sideboard so we still get to look at it on the screen, but I think that it is just not where it needs to be. This should probably be a 3 as we look. 60 cards in our deck now. Okay, 18, 21. I wish that we could find, like, I actually wish that we could take 1 mid, 1 low, and just shove them into the high column. But I don't know if we're going to get to do that. Because, like, I think it's really important, at least for, like, because you've tested this deck, right? I think it's important for moving into a new set. I think all of your zones should start even. You should start 20, 20, 20. Because the cheesy all high, the cheesy all low, the cheesy all mid decks, hilariously, we're talking about them, they don't really exist. You can do that with Shinso because, like, that's, like, that can be his gimmick. But I don't think that, like we watched a Lomu on the channel yesterday. That deck's not going to survive past 3 weeks. Right, that deck's not going to be a thing after 3 weeks, but like you need to be able to prepare for what abilities feel good, as well as be able to block. Because in order to test well, you have to be able to block.
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
We were, when it was revealed, I was also taking a look at wanting to put aiming for number 1.
Yeah, it's over here. Yeah. I mean, the card's insane, right? After rival, as the number of cards that are handed their non-care effect, they discard a card. This is super, super crazy good on a character that says minus 1 hand size by doing a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what mid blocks could we cut, right? Blocks on mids. We've got Tape. Nope. Think Fast. Nope. Calling for Backup. Nope. We could cut a Manly Friendship, but that's cutting down a spam. What's our difficulty curve?
Could we not cut one Calling for Backup?
I think Calling for Backup, I mean, we could. We definitely could. Calling for Backup is insane, especially when we have Hardened Jab to refresh it.
Right.
Becoming not a 7 hand size character that does nothing on defense. Like, we really do nothing on defense. Right? We have disruptive abilities, but not defensive abilities.
Yeah.
With our response. Because, like, if they wanted to just play the card that you're going to make them discard, they're just going to play it. Right?
Yeah.
If it's an attack, they're just gonna jam it. And so, like, drawing bonus cards to make sure that we can block, so we can survive to get back to our turn, I think is way more important than this 3 diff that possibly does this, right? Response removed to draw 2 is way worse than flip to draw 1.
Okay.
Yeah. It's also it's a spam. The block is technically better by 1, but, like, who cares? This card's going to be on our board. It's never going to be in our hand. This card does not have a block. It's going to be played. If it's not played, then, like, we whiff the kill turn. Yeah. Yo, Harden got even better because of jab. Crazy. We could cut Think Fast down to a 2 of, but I think that kind of takes away from, like, the idea of the deck.
Yeah, I want to try. I didn't want to put Think Fast as a 4 of because it's unique, even though it is a 1+ mid.
Right.
I thought 3 was a good foundation, a good compromise.
Yeah.
But the whole concept kind of, I called it read my mind, but the whole idea behind it was like, here's a mid attack. Is it a mid? Is it a high? Is it a low?
Yeah.
What do you think about villains defeated as a 3 of? Could it be dropped down? But that's a high attack.
It certainly could be, but it's a high block, right? So, like, if we were going to do that, I would just increase Confused. I think, talking about underrated cards, I think it's going to be the most underrated card in the entire set. Flip, remove an attack from a rival's discard pile and choose one of its keywords. This attack loses that keyword and cannot gain keywords at all. They just can't
Mhm.
gain them. This card is so crazy good. If it was a response, it would be banned. I believe that. If it was a response, it would be the strongest foundation in the game. I think this card is crazy. This
I
card
know
is so good.
Kuraguri's going to be using that a lot.
Yeah. How annoying.
Like, I don't want you to have any attacks in your.
Yeah. But being like, even looking at you, right? Man, you certainly did play Grasping Tape Toss and play a second one. Well, I'll just remove Grasping Tape Toss and remove Throw from your card. Okay, I'll block. Oh,
Yeah.
neat. Like, this card's
Can it remove Throw?
It loses that keyword. It does not say trait. It does not say ability. This is a keyword. And the throw keyword only checks if it's a throw on block resolution.
Okay, because I was reading it similar to how Monoma reads, in that like he can't give Throw.
Monoma says the word trait.
Okay.
Your attack gains a keyword trait of your choice, period.
Gotcha.
This card does confuse affect something like Staff Strike? I think not. So you can take away the combo on it, and then you're not allowed to combo enhance because it doesn't have the word combo anymore. The gate, it will still have the combo enhance on it, but so here's the way that I think about the word combo and the keyword Negamat is the combo enhance is grayed out until the thing inside the bracket is true, and if true, then it lights up and you're allowed to press that button. You're allowed to press the combo enhance, right? But if you just take away the combo enhance and that bracket, if you take away the combo keyword, then the combo enhance never gets to light up because it doesn't see that the bracket has been fulfilled because it doesn't exist anymore. So confuse is allowed to stop the combo on it, which is why it's not allowed to be a response. It has to be an enhance. I gotta press the combo enhance button first. This card is crazy. This card is cracked, and an uncommon. $10 uncommons coming in. All in all, though, I think that this is probably where I would start with the deck and make some small tweaks from there. Put all these cards in your sideboard, like bring them with you to events or put them out on TTS, and be like, "Yo, I've got a 27 card sideboard because I just want to like test things," you know?
Let me see something real quick.
Yeah, what do you
think?
think?
I can't remember 100%. Let's go Crimson Rampage. Action.
Ooh, see if any actions do stuff.
No, I was trying to see if any of the new actions that they revealed was in Void, but it's not. So that makes my question easier to answer. No.
Yeah, looks not. Is there anything in this deck that you vehemently disagree with? What do you hate? What do you not like on the choices that we made?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunate. Fortunately, like I said, I built this pretty early on, and I knew that as more cards got revealed, this deck was going to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So it still keeps the same kind of concept that I wanted, and I don't see the tape swings coming out was a little difficult, but I could just sideboard those in if need be.
For sure. And also, like, this character, you could get away with playing as Sero.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
But to be honest, like it was one of those. I chose him because I can remember when Set 1 first came out, and we had all the tier lists and whatnot, and it's like, oh, these characters are bad or whatnot, and yet as the went on, we saw them kind of rise up in the rankings and stuff like that.
Right.
And I saw a lot of people like, oh, Shinso's on the bottom. So I was like, I want to make a meta call. I think he's going to be better than people think he is.
Yeah, I love that. Calling out TamCardwell specifically because I think he could be in contention for the worst character in the game. Yeah.
I mean, if either two could do it, Shinso could do it too.
Hey, that's the right attitude. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna send this to you, so don't jump off the call. But thank you for your support over on Patreon, and let me help you out with the deck. This is very, very cool.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna steal this too.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Peace, dude.
Peace.
All right.